Hi there, George Gamlin here, one of the customer success managers here at Ardoq. Here today to showcase very quickly to you how to build visualizations in data inventory. We hope by now you've gotten used to using data inventory as a tool to really maximize kind of some of those ways of getting to the nitty gritty of your data and the fields contained on them to be able to bulk edit and really up the opportunity of leveling your data to the next phases. Through today's visualizations, though, we're hoping that we can give a little bit of an extra jump to some of those visualizations to consume the data that is then sitting behind the applications, as an example. So we jump into data inventory down the left-hand side here. And again, as you well know, this can be split by component type or by workspace. So for the purposes of this demonstration, we're just going to jump into the application component type. And I've got some particular kind of fields or areas that are shown by default based on what I've last looked at in my data inventory. So things like the description of the application, some criticality fields, some strategic fits, etc. And I want to start to visualize this data versus just looking at text and an Ardoq's answer to an Excel spreadsheet. We want to use the power of those visualizations to really represent what data is connected and what components and assets we have in our Ardoq repository to connect up to our application landscape. So let's say, for example, I want to understand more about Ardoq, right? It's rated a criticality of 5. It's a good strategic fit, and I want to know more about it. So by clicking into Ardoq, it's going to bring up the component overview page for Ardoq itself. But I can actually take that visualization further and open a viewpoint, which is connecting everything in the landscape of the Ardoq world. So anything that is connected up to Ardoq as a component is now going to showcase in this visualization here. Really quickly built, pre-scriptive in terms of what is shown to the consumer. If I wanted to edit that in any way, I absolutely can. I can select a different viewpoint. I can select even further or different data sets. And I can even change my context from within here as well. So I could go to a different application as an example. If I come back to data inventory though, and I go back to my application, I don't necessarily need to click into the component overview to open up those visualizations. Let's say on a different level, we want to go and have a look at Ariba. I can select Ariba, and you'll notice at the top right-hand side here, I can visualize that selected component. So I can build out, by selecting multiple applications, I can build out multiple data sets and give myself the opportunity to see more connected. So if I want to visualize this, I can then also take that through to a block diagram. And the same is going to apply. I'm now going to get a full view of the landscape connected to Ariba. If I just bring back some further real estate here, I'm going to just take away our sidebar. I can optimize this layout as well. Bring it into the middle of the screen, make sure it's all in the right orders. And as mentioned, I can actually play around with this data set. So we've got a natural filter on here, which is grouping all of the component types by workspace. So I might not be interested in certain aspects of this view. It's giving me a great out-of-the-box template, but I want to take some of that information away. So maybe I'm not interested in the change initiative portfolio, or maybe I'm not interested in the risk register. And I can start to then just collapse some of that view into the more, again, data that is comparable to the situation that I'm looking at. Equally, I can edit the data set. And I can come back into this viewpoint in here. I could select up potentially some of the references and change those selected references to bring in more or less information. So as I said, maybe I'm not interested in the risk, or maybe I'm not interested in the initiatives. So I update that data set and I'll get the exact same view I was just on a second ago, but I don't have to collapse anything because I am now just optimizing what information is being shown. So every time you go into these visualizations, you always have the ability to edit it and showcase the right information for the right audience. And there you go. That's a small little snippet into building visualizations through data inventory. We hope you found this video useful. If there is anything else that we can do, please do reach out to your CSM, reach out to our support channel, or check out the other videos in this playlist. Happy searching.